We call this stray shots around Greensburg, Pennsylvania. It includes photographs, some of which I've done, some of which other people have done. It includes artwork I've done. And we're going to move on. That was the old Cope Hotel once upon a time. It's a woodcut that I did. That's down at Lynch Field. The place is a floodplain, and it would occasionally get flooded over, but when things were good down there, they had horse races and a lot of things going on. Main Street, you can see that they had trolley tracks going down there then. That's the corner of Otterman and Main. That was called Welty Corner once upon a time. The Weltys were very old citizens of the town. They were some of the first people who settled here. Down on College Avenue, it was called Bruston then. A truck that was delivering food for the AMP overturned down there and killed a little girl who was playing on the sidewalk. That's right up on Pennsylvania Avenue above there. That was a carriage house for a house that had once been in the ownership of the Cope family. That's out on Barclay Summit, out to the west of town. You can see Seton Hill. That's a painting I did from that angle. That also is from Barclay Summit, looking down on the town, the main line going in. Various things happening in town, and Chestnut Ridge out in the distance. We're looking up the Southwest Branch, north. On this green knoll over here, there was once a railroad station. I'll show you that. That was the East Greensburg Railroad Station, which went into oblivion in the 1930s. And we're looking south now, and this is the green knoll where that railroad station once upon a time sat. And up at the top of the Southwest Branch, where it hit the main line, this tower used to sit, which governed the interaction of train traffic on the main line and the Southwest Branch. McFarland Supply used to sit right in that area. That's a really murky looking picture. I did a woodcut of that area back in the 70s. That's McFarland Supply over here. That's the Southwest Branch going down. The General Green Hotel, which used to sit in town right at the corner of Pennsylvania Avenue and Otterman Street. And when it was torn down, that's what things looked like. The hotel used to sit right there. That's a woodcut I did of the General Green. Now that was a brewery, the Greensburg Brewery, that used to sit in town. Actually, the buildings are still there, and you can see them. This is Brewery Lane coming down, and right up above there is Urania Avenue. Laurel Provisions uses it for storage now. This is over at Offutt Field, and out on the front here is the J.C. Reed Lumber Company. This is a Leroy Smeltzer photograph. That's the lumber company. And that's Pittsburgh Street. It fronts out there. Up on Main Street again. This little guy here was James Conroy, and his grandson, Bill Conroy, shared this photo with me. This was about 1905 when various companies who made trucks and cars were trying to prove that their vehicles were roadworthy. This vehicle was doing a cross-country trip. Sauer Motors made it, and they still exist in Switzerland. Main Street again of Greensburg with the trolleys. See the trolley tracks. Also Main Street, this is the 1930s. That's a 36 Pontiac there. I recognize that because my first car was a 36 Pontiac Coupe, and not very new. That's done in Red Onion. That house is still there, right beside the South Main Street that goes down that way. That's what happens when you project a slide onto a surface and take a picture of it. Not a very good photograph. That's the Pen Albert in a church that's up on Main Street, and that's a woodcut I did of that scene. In the 70s, in the 1970s, the museum was having car shows up there. That's what that is from. That's in Old DeSoto. And that's Walworth, the behemoth, huge monstrosity of an industrial producer. It used to sit in Greensburg, and it's all gone almost. And I think we've done enough. I'm going to say bye now. So long.